People look at greatness and call it talent. They see the champion lifting the trophy. They see the entrepreneur driving the car. They see the athlete breaking records. They see the creator gaining millions of views. And then they tell themselves a comfortable lie. He was born gifted. She has natural talent. I could never do that. But what they don't see is the grind, the dark mornings, the lonely nights, the failures, the sacrifices, the years spent working while everyone else was sleeping. Talent is one of the biggest excuses ever created. Because if success is talent, then you don't have to take responsibility. You can stay comfortable. You can stay average. You can stay exactly where you are. But deep down, you know that's not the truth. Think about a lion. When people see a lion dominate, they think it was born powerful. What they don't see is every hunt, every failure, every chase, every moment spent sharpening instincts. Strength wasn't given. It was earned. And your life works the same way. The world celebrates results. It ignores the process. The world sees the finished building. Nobody sees the thousands of bricks laid one by one. The world sees success. Nobody sees the grind. That is why so many people quit. Because they compare someone's chapter 20 to their chapter 1. They compare their struggle to another person's victory. And they convince themselves they don't have what it takes. But they do. They just haven't stayed in the fight long enough. A soldier is not respected because he wears a uniform. He's respected because of what he endured to earn it. The pain, the discipline, the training, the sacrifice. Your future success is hidden inside the work nobody wants to do. The work that feels boring. The work that feels repetitive. The work that feels invisible. That's where greatness is built. Not in the spotlight. Not in front of applause. But in silence. There was a man who wanted to become stronger. He joined a gym. For 3 weeks he trained hard. Then he looked in the mirror. Nothing. No major change. No dramatic transformation. He got frustrated. He quit. Another man joined the same gym. He trained for months. Still no applause. Still no recognition. Still no dramatic results. But he kept showing up. One day the results appeared. Then more results. Then more. People called him talented. But what they called talent was actually consistency. That's the secret nobody talks about. The compound effect of effort. One day means nothing. 1 week means little. 1 month may not look impressive. But years change everything. A single drop of water seems harmless. Yet enough drops can carve through stone. That's what discipline does. That's what persistence does. Your brain will try to convince you otherwise. It wants immediate rewards. Immediate comfort. Immediate validation. It's why people scroll instead of build. Consume instead of create. Dream instead of act. The weak mind seeks comfort. The strong mind seeks growth. Every day you have a choice. Comfort or growth. Comfort or growth. Comfort or growth. The decision seems small. But repeated daily, it becomes your destiny. Think about fire. A massive wildfire begins with a tiny spark. Success works the same way. Small actions, repeated consistently. Eventually it becomes unstoppable momentum. Most people underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 years. Because they're obsessed with what they can accomplish in 5 days. That's why they quit. That's why they restart endlessly. That's why they never see the results waiting on the other side. The storm always tests you before the breakthrough. When a tree grows, the storm attacks it. The wind bends it. The rain pounds it. Yet every storm strengthens its roots. The obstacles are not proof that you should stop. They are proof that you are growing. The strongest people you admire were not protected from hardship. They were shaped by it, forged by it, built through it, just like steel is forged in fire. The problem is that most people quit before the transformation happens. They leave the battlefield too early. They surrender when victory is closer than they realize. And then they watch someone else succeed. They call it talent. They call it luck. Anything except what it really is. Years of unseen effort. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the most gifted. You don't need perfect conditions. You need persistence. You need resilience. You need the ability to keep moving when motivation disappears. Because motivation is unreliable. Discipline is dependable. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. The man who succeeds is rarely the man who felt motivated every day. He's the man who showed up anyway. The man who worked anyway. The man who kept going anyway. When nobody was watching. When nobody cared. When nobody believed. One day the world will see your results. One day they will admire your success. One day they will ask how you did it. And many of them will say the same thing. You're talented. But you'll know the truth. You'll remember the early mornings. The late nights. The failures. The setbacks. The sacrifices. Because talent didn't build you. The grind built you. The struggle built you. The discipline built you. And that's why nobody can take it away. Because it wasn't given. It was earned. So stop waiting for talent. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for confidence. Start working. Start learning. Start failing. Start improving. Start grinding. The person who wins is not always the most talented. The person who wins is the one who refuses to quit. The one who keeps showing up. The one who stays in the fight. The one who understands that greatness is built one day at a time. Not overnight. Not instantly. But inevitably. If this message lit a fire in you, then it's time to act. Drop this in the comments right now. I will outwork my excuses. So that I know you stayed all the way till the end. And you will become the person who keeps going long after everyone else quits.